Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled between silver mountains and sapphire rivers, there lived a princess named Malika. She was beautiful as the morning sun. Her hair shimmered like moonlight, her skin glowed like roses of petals, and her smile could charm even the birds from the trees. But despite her beauty, Malika's heart was far from gentle. Each day, Princess Malika would ride into the village square in a golden carriage drawn by white horses, not to greet people with warmth, but to mock and belittle them. She would point at the cobbler's patched coat and laugh. She would sneer at the baker's flour-dusted face. She once told a farmer his teeth looked like old corn kernels. The villagers, though hard, dared not to speak against her. She was the king's daughter after all. So one chilly morning, Malika rode into the square with her usual flair. The villagers scattered, hoping to avoid her sharp tongue, but one woman did not move. She was old, hunched, and wrapped in a cloak of tattered wool. She stood at the center of the square, staring directly at the princess. Malika halted her carriage. "Move, old rag," she snapped. "You're blocking the view of your betters." The woman did not move. Instead, she raised a gnarled finger and said, "Your beauty has made you cruel. Let's see how you fare when it's gone." Before Malika could laugh, the sky darkened. A cold wind swept the square. A strange silence fell. The old woman's eyes glowed for a moment, and then she vanished. Malika blinked, and the villagers gasped. She turned to her reflection in the shop window, and then she screamed. Gone was her flawless skin, and her hair was also gone. Malika was bald. She felt she was no longer beautiful. She rushed back to the palace in horror. The king summoned every healer, priest, and magician, but none could break the curse. At last, the royal sage spoke. "Only kindness can restore what cruelty has destroyed. Treat the people with respect. Serve them. Help them. Perhaps then the curse will lift." Princess Malika was furious. Serve peasants? Treat them well? Absurd. But day after day, she remained ugly. Eventually, shame and desperation forced her to act. One morning, dressed in plain clothes, Malika returned to the village, this time on foot. She approached the cobbler and instead of mocking him, offered to polish shoes. The man looked suspicious but agreed. She helped the baker knead dough, scrub pots at the inn, and helped gather firewood for an old widow. At first, the villagers jeered. Some spat near her feet, others ignored her entirely. But Malika, humbled and quiet, kept working. Day after day, she returned, not with insults, but with kindness. She helped carry water, she mended torn clothes, she listened to old stories and wiped children's noses. For the first time in her life, she saw her people, not as things to laugh at, but as strong, kind, hardworking souls. Weeks passed. One dawn, as she was washing laundry by the river, she looked into the water and gasped. Her reflection had changed. Her eyes were bright again. Her hair shone golden in the morning light. She was no longer bald. The curse had lifted. Malika returned to the palace not as the mocking princess, but as a new woman. She no longer rode in a golden carriage, but walked through the village each morning with baskets of bread and smiles of gratitude. And though she had regained her beauty, it was her kindness that the villagers spoke of for generations. For they knew that the true magic wasn't in the curse, it was in the change of her heart. So that is the end of our story today. Kindly let me know in the comments what you've learned in our today's story. Let me know in the comments what you think about our today's story. So guys, thank you so much for watching and listening, and I will see you in the next video.